Good evening. A few weeks ago, there occurred a few obscure notices in the newspaper about a Lieutenant Milo Radulovich, a lieutenant in the Air Force Reserves, and also something about Air Force Regulation 35-62. That is a regulation which states that a man may be regarded as a security risk if he has close and continuing association with communists or people believed to have communist sympathies. Lieutenant Radulovich was asked to resign in August. He declined. A board was called and heard his case. At the end, it was recommended that he be severed from the Air Force, although it was also stated that there was no question whatever as to the lieutenant's loyalty. We propose to examine, insofar as we can, the case of Lieutenant Radulovich. Our reporter, Joe Wershba, cameraman Charlie Mack.
This is the town of Dexter, Michigan, population 1,500.
Margaret Radulovich Fishman. She neither defends nor explains her political activities.
I feel that my activities, will be they what they may, or my political beliefs, are my own private affair.
What happens to your children, that is your 5-year-old and your 5-month-old, in terms of you?
Yes, if I am being judged on my relatives, if are my children going to be asked to denounce me? Are they going to be judged on what their father was labeled? Are they going to have to explain to their friends, etc., why their father is a security risk? If the thing is let stand as if the first recommendation was sent out by the board, I see a chain reaction that has no end to anybody, for anybody.
Perhaps you will permit me to read a few sentences just at the end, because I would like to say rather precisely what I mean. We have told the Air Force that we will provide facilities for any criticism or corrections it may wish to make in regard to the case of Milo Radulovich. We are unable to judge the charges against the lieutenant's father or sister because neither we, nor you, nor they, nor the lawyers, nor the lieutenant know precisely what was contained in that manila envelope. Was it hearsay, rumor, gossip, slander, or hard ascertainable facts that could be backed by credible witnesses? We do not know. We believe the son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, even though that iniquity be proved, and in this case it was not. But we believe, too, that this case illustrates the urgent need for the armed forces to communicate more fully than they have so far done the procedures and regulations to be followed in attempting to protect the national security and the rights of the individual at the same time. Whatever happens in this whole area of the relationship between the individual and the state, we will do it ourselves. It cannot be blamed on Malenkov or Mao Zedong or even our allies. And it seems to us, that is, Fred Friendly and myself, that this is a subject that should be argued about endlessly. Good night, and good luck.
And we're out.
Well, I don't think you can call this a neutral piece.
Is this the start? Are you taking sides?
It's just a little poke with a stick, see what happens. The other side's been represented rather well for the last couple of
They
days.
haven't gone on the record.
Forego the standards you've stuck to for 15 years? Both sides, no commentary.
We all editorialize. It's
I'm just making sure we identify what it is you're
giving
both
them
doing.
the information up front, and we're asking them to comment on it.
Fred, hold on, Fred. I've searched my conscience, and I can't for the life of me find any justification for this. And I simply cannot accept that there are, on every story, two equal and logical sides to an argument. Call it editorializing if you'd like.
It is editorializing.
They're going to have equal time to defend themselves.
Do you understand the position you're putting us in?
We are all in this together. If the Senate wants to investigate...
Do me this favor, Fred. Avoid any big speeches about how we're all in a big boat together, okay? Please don't insult me. I have to go back to Mr. Paley and Alcoa, who sponsors your show, and also happens to have some military contracts, and I have to tell them that they're going to be in a bit of a tough bind because of a beef you had with Joe McCarthy.
We're not going at McCarthy.
Well, you're starting the goddamn fire.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Mr. Friendly, there's a Colonel Anderson to see you.
Colonel?
Yeah, he's in your office.
All right.
There's two of them.
Maybe they like the transcript and want to compliment us on it. To be clear, you did speak with the lawyers.
Yes, we did. And we read the transcript. We've not been allowed to see the footage.
We're still shooting it. Charlie Mack is on a plane from Dexter, Michigan right now with the rest of the interviews. We'll be going right down
Your
to the
show airs tomorrow. how can we possibly approve and check the story that you are running in the limited amount of time you have given us?
With all due respect, you have been invited to participate in this piece, not to approve this piece. We are going with a story that says that the U.S. Air Force tried Milo Radulovich without one shred of evidence and found him guilty of being a security risk without his constitutional
And you, who
right.
also have not seen the evidence, are claiming he's not a security risk. Wouldn't you guess that the people who have seen the contents of that envelope might have a better idea of what makes someone a danger to his country? Or do you think it should just be you that decides?
Who are the people? Are they elected? Are they appointed? Do they have an axe to grind? Is it you, sir, or you, Colonel Jenkins? Do you know the contents of that sealed envelope?
Mr. Friendly, we have been a friend and ally of both Mr. Murrow and CBS News for many years. The story you are going to run tomorrow is without merit. So before you take any steps that cannot be undone, I strongly urge you to reconsider your stand. These are very dangerous waters you are attempting to navigate.
May I tell you something about yourself as a member of the person-to-person audience based on audience research studies? You are well above average in education and intelligence. Your interests are wide, from world affairs and science to sports and show business. And you have one characteristic that's rather encouraging to me, and that's the fact that you are not easily persuaded by advertising. Now, the makers of Kent considered all these characteristics when they chose Mr. Murrow's program to tell you about Kent. Of all leading filter cigarettes, Kent filters best. Now, if you'll try Kent with that in mind, I think you'll agree with many, many other thinking people who have changed to Kent. They find that it makes good sense to smoke Kent, and good smoking, too.